Maps, truth, or trickery? From ancient mariners navigating by the stars to modern-day commuters relying on GPS, maps have shaped our understanding of the world for centuries. We often perceive maps as objective representations of reality, faithful guides that show us the way. But what if this trust is misplaced? What if maps, instead of revealing the truth, distort it to serve hidden agendas? This essay delves into the fascinating and often unsettling world of cartographic deception, exploring how maps lie and why it matters. The illusion of accuracy, hidden biases in cartography. Maps are not neutral objects, they are created by humans, each with their own perspectives, assumptions, and agendas. These subjective viewpoints inevitably seep into the maps they produce, shaping our understanding of the world in subtle yet powerful ways. From the selection of features to the choice of colors and symbols, every cartographic decision is imbued with potential bias. This inherent subjectivity challenges the notion of maps as objective representations of reality, revealing them as products of human interpretation. The Mercator projection, a case study in distortion. This map, created by Gerardus Mercator in 1569, has been one of the most influential tools in navigation and education. However, its influence extends beyond mere utility, shaping our perception of the world in subtle yet significant ways. A striking example of cartographic bias is the Mercator projection, a map widely used for navigation and education. Its unique design was revolutionary for sailors, allowing them to plot straight-line courses over long distances. But this convenience came at a cost. Created in the 16th century, the Mercator projection distorts the size and shape of landmasses to preserve accurate compass directions. This distortion means that areas closer to the poles appear much larger than they actually are. For instance, Greenland appears almost the same size as Africa, when in reality, Africa is about 14 times larger. While useful for navigation, this projection inflates the size of land masses further from the equator, making Europe and North America appear disproportionately large compared to Africa and South America. This visual distortion has led to a skewed understanding of the world's geography, often placing undue emphasis on the importance of the Northern Hemisphere. This distortion has profound implications, perpetuating Eurocentric views of the world and undervaluing the global South. By making Europe and North America appear larger and more prominent, the Mercator projection subtly reinforces a worldview that prioritizes these regions over others. This has had lasting effects on global politics, economics, and cultural perceptions. Understanding the biases inherent in such maps is crucial for fostering a more accurate and equitable view of the world. Cartographic propaganda maps as tools of persuasion. Throughout history, maps have been used as powerful tools of propaganda, shaping public opinion and justifying political agendas. From ancient empires using maps to assert their dominance to modern states employing cartography to promote nationalist sentiments, the power of maps to influence and manipulate is undeniable. Understanding the political dimensions of cartography is crucial for critically evaluating the messages embedded within maps and challenging their often hidden agendas. Section 5. Disputed territories, drawing lines in the sand. Maps often simplify complex geopolitical realities, reducing intricate border disputes to seemingly clear lines on a page. These lines, however, are not just mere representations. They carry the weight of history, culture, and politics. The borders we see on maps today are the result of centuries of negotiations, wars, and treaties. They are the visible scars of past conflicts and the ongoing struggles for power and control. However, these lines can be arbitrary and contested, reflecting power dynamics and historical injustices rather than objective truths. The arbitrary nature of these borders is evident in many regions around the world where communities are divided and families are separated by lines drawn without their consent. These borders often ignore the natural and cultural landscapes, leading to tensions and conflicts that persist to this day. The representation of disputed territories on maps is often a source of contention, with different groups using cartography to assert their claims and delegitimize opposing views. Maps become tools of propaganda, used to justify territorial claims and to rally support for political causes. The power of maps lies in their ability to shape perceptions and influence public opinion. They can make a disputed territory appear as an integral part of a nation, or highlight the contested nature of a region. This highlights the role of maps in shaping not only our understanding of the world, but also the very conflicts that define it. Maps are not just passive representations of reality, they are active participants in the geopolitical landscape. They can create a sense of belonging or alienation, unity or division. By understanding the power of maps, we can better appreciate the complexities of the world we live in and the challenges of resolving territorial disputes. Section 6. The Digital Age. Maps in your pocket, bias at your fingertips. The rise of digital maps and location-based technologies has ushered in a new era of cartographic influence. With billions of people relying on digital maps daily, the potential for bias to shape our perceptions of the world has never been greater. From personalized search results to curated map views, algorithms now mediate our experience of space, often reinforcing existing biases and shaping our movements in subtle yet significant ways. Section 7. Navigating the Labyrinth. The importance of critical map literacy. In today's world, saturated with maps and geospatial data, developing critical map literacy is paramount. By questioning the source, purpose, and design of maps, we can become more informed and discerning map readers, able to identify and challenge the biases embedded within them. This critically engaged approach to cartography empowers us to see beyond the lines on the map and engage with the world in a more informed and nuanced way. Section 8. Beyond the Lines, Unmasking Power Dynamics Through Maps. Critical map literacy extends beyond simply identifying biases. It involves understanding how maps are embedded within broader power structures. By deconstructing the choices made in map creation, from data selection to visual representation, we can uncover the power dynamics at play and challenge the often invisible forces that shape our understanding of the world. This critical engagement with maps allows us to move beyond simply reading maps to actively questioning and challenging the narratives they present. Section 9. Conclusion. Empowering ourselves through cartographic awareness. Maps are not merely tools for navigation, they are powerful instruments of communication, capable of shaping our perceptions of the world and influencing our actions within it. When we look at a map, we are not just seeing lines and symbols, we are engaging with a representation of reality that has been carefully constructed. Every map tells a story, and every story has a perspective. They can highlight certain features while downplaying others, guiding our attention and shaping our understanding. For instance, political maps can emphasize borders and divisions, while topographic maps can bring our focus to the natural landscape. By understanding the inherent biases in maps, we can start to question the narratives they present. This critical awareness allows us to see beyond the surface and understand the deeper implications of the information being conveyed. Maps from different cultures can offer diverse perspectives, challenging our preconceived notions and broadening our horizons. By comparing these different viewpoints, we can gain a more nuanced understanding of the world. By developing a critical awareness of the inherent biases in maps, we can empower ourselves to navigate our increasingly complex world with greater understanding and agency. This empowerment comes from recognizing that maps are not neutral. They are tools that can be used to influence and control. By questioning the lines on the map, we can begin to see the world with fresh eyes, challenging dominant narratives and fostering a more just and equitable future. This process involves not just looking at maps but also creating our own, incorporating diverse perspectives and voices. By questioning the lines on the map, we can begin to see the world with fresh eyes, challenging dominant narratives and fostering a more just and equitable future. This process involves not just looking at maps, but also creating our own, incorporating diverse perspectives and voices. We can start to see the world with fresh eyes, challenging dominant narratives and fostering a more just and equitable future. This process involves not just looking at maps, but also creating our own, incorporating diverse perspectives and voices. By questioning the lines on the map, we can begin to see the world with fresh eyes, challenging dominant narratives and fostering a more just and equitable future. This process involves not just looking at maps but also creating our own, incorporating diverse perspectives and voices.